Alrighty, we are getting ready to do an ink transfer drawing. My name is Mark Zimmerman. I'm in my studio doing these for Sanford Arts. And you're probably in a waiting room watching them. So that's a thin layer of very intense black ink. And I'm going to drop a piece of paper on top of that ink. And kind of line it up. I've got a little template of tape here. And I'm going to tape it down so it doesn't move on me. And then that tape, no, the ink. The ink is inside some tape. And I can feel that tape. I'm going to poke this pen up into that corner and feel that tape. Drag that pen along the edge of that tape. And that tells me where I need to do my ink transfer drawing, where I need to draw. And I'm going to just start off. I haven't done this in a couple days now, and I'm going to just start with something pretty simple. I'm going to put some silver sage in here. Blowing in the wind. And a fence post back in here behind it. And a rail. Put a corner post right here, or maybe it's the edge of a gate, huh? Better connect that post to that, or that rail to that post, huh? Now, I'm going to put a little grass in down in here. Better brace that post. What I'm doing is putting pressure on the back side of the paper, transferring ink to the front side, the side you can't see right now. Probably better put a little wire on here. Oh, maybe put some barbs on that wire. Oop, I put barbs on the top of the post. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, let's let's put a little sage back in here too. lump of sage, little clump of sage, little clump of sage over here. Oh, let's just drop some clouds up in the sky. I can transfer ink by touching it with my finger too, and I'm gonna transfer just a little ink. Just the pressure of my finger transfers ink. Real light pressure, see if I can transfer just a teeny bit of ink. And I can peek. I can take a peek too. Let's take that tape off. I think we're all right. Maybe a little bit right there. Then I'm going to get this plate with the ink on it out of here, and I'm going to splash a little watercolor paint on that. You'll notice it comes out a little bit backwards, or entirely backwards, as the case may be. Alrighty, let's start with a little light shining on some of that sage. And maybe over here in some of this grass too. We don't want a lot of light shining in it. It's kind of a gray day, I think. And maybe just a touch of blue. And see if we can drop a bit of background in here too. A little different blue. First blue was a turquoise. This is a phthalo. Come back with some green. Must be summer, everything's green. Oh goodness. Ah! It's my favorite rail to paint as if it doesn't exist. All right, let's pretend that rail exists. See if we can gray this out a little bit. Create a little bit of atmospheric perspective. That's a little too blue, huh? Whatever to do. Watercolor is not terribly forgiving, but we can get from blue to green. And let's put some little weathered posts in here. Whoa, that's dark. Not enough paint there. And that one try, paint the whole post and the rail. And the brace. And I think we're going to do a kind of a grayish sky. Let's come down in here. Put in a little sky, put in a little cloud, put in a little more cloud, put in a little more gray, a little more water. There's no white in my watercolor palette, but the paper is white, and so most watercolor painters actually just kind of use the color of the paper to I'm going to put just a little more color in here. Just tint it just a tiny bit with indigo, so there's kind of a blue-violet to this color I just put in here. And again, we'll paint some lighter clouds. And fuss with this just a touch. Maybe I need just a touch of that blue up in the sky too. And maybe a little bit of that gray. It's actually a beautiful color called Payne's Gray. Maybe a bit of that down in here and on the posts and maybe the bottom of that rail too. Well, I think that looks all right. I might actually fuss with this bottom a little bit too. Just come down in here with some of that gray. Just kind of dance that in a little bit, deepen my shadows. And quit fussing with it. We'll call it Burdened Sky and sign it. Zimmerman and date it 2020. And if you like Burdened Sky, I think you can take these home. You can also watch their creation here. So it's goodbye for now.